Valentina Gomez, you were laughing as you were listening there. Many people have not been laughing at your video, particularly at phrases like "vote for me so we can kick every dirty Muslim out of Texas." If you had a Muslim candidate in Texas saying "vote for me so we can kick every dirty Christian out of Texas," you would rightly, I imagine, be outraged at that.
In this clip, we are going to see, honestly, guys, the weirdest crash out that I have ever seen on the Piers Morgan Uncensored YouTube channel. We are going to see the vile Valentina Gomez go on a racist rant and then get checked by multiple members of the panel. As usual, let's watch the clip in full. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts towards the end, and I will leave the link to the full debate in the description below. Let's get into it.
Why do you think it's acceptable to use a phrase like "so we can kick every dirty Muslim out of Texas"?
Good morning, Piers. And since you didn't have the decency of introducing me correctly, I'll happily do it. Good morning to all of my beautiful people in England. Hello to all of my lads in the UK. Last time I was there, I had an amazing time. I'm Valentina Gomez. I will be the next congresswoman for the state of Texas, and I'm a warrior of the one true King Jesus Christ. And England and Piers, the United States and England was built by white Christian men that follow Jesus Christ, not by a bunch of Mohammeds. So let's get that cleared out right away.
Right, you haven't answered my question. Why do you, if it was the other way around, you would be rightly outraged. Why do you think it's acceptable as somebody running for office in the United States to be so blatantly, why would you be so blatantly hateful towards one group of people?
You call it hateful and bigotry and racist and all of that garbage. I call it the truth. America is a Christian nation. These Muslims come to Christian nations, burn our churches, rape our women, shoot our American soldiers point blank, killing one of them in broad daylight, then chanting Allahu Akbar. Piers, my brother is a National Guardsman. He literally puts himself on the line for this nation. So yes, these dirty Muslims have no place in America and have no place in England.
But as you speak, you see, I'm just seeing a brazen Islamophobe. And people say that phrase doesn't exist. It doesn't. And I'm sure you find it funny, but I think you can make perfectly pertinent points about what's happened here without descending into such vile hatred towards an entire religion. And there are 5 million Muslims in the United States. Why would you want to categorize them in such a grotesque manner?
Oh, and those 5 million Muslims should definitely go back to their 56 Muslim nations. And let's get something very clear right now in your little show, Piers. I don't fear the groomers. I don't fear the pedophiles. I don't fear the corrupt politicians. And I definitely do not fear the dirty Muslims.
Let me bring in...
Can I jump in here real quick?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
No.
I mean, we should be clear about the fact. I mean, sure, Valentina is just a bigot, plain and simple, engages in the worst kinds of bigotry imaginable. But it's worth noting that she's fundamentally un-American because the American Constitution says that you cannot discriminate against people based on religion. That is pretty clear. And so she's engaging in an anti-American campaign in the name of protecting America, which is just irony beyond imagination. So yes, she's a charlatan. She doesn't know what she's talking about. You can tell by looking at her that her IQ hovers around room temperature. To me, the real scandal is not engaging with her directly because she's beneath taking seriously. But the problem is with the GOP, that you have a major party in this country having a candidate running under its flagship, engaging in this kind of really incredibly hateful, incendiary rhetoric, and they do nothing about it. We've seen it with the dissent with Donald Trump himself, with the lawlessness that he has brought to the table and the corruption that he's allowed to get away with, without the party really standing up and putting country before party and before president. And you can see that slippery slope now leading to this level, where you have just a complete hateful clown like this person representing that party without the party objecting to it.
Yeah, you know what?
Leading us towards a very, very dark place in this country.
I actually completely.
All right.
I completely agree with you. There are perfectly legitimate.
No, Piers. And to
I actually do agree with him. I think your brazen bigotry is obvious.
Let's make something very clear, Piers. Yeah. I only discriminate against terrorists. These terrorists have no place in America. They have no place in the world. And the best type of terrorist is a dead terrorist. And let's look at your Quran. Your Quran 12 states to terrorize and behead those who believe in scriptures other than the Quran. And that Afghani, that dirty Muslim that killed Sarah Beckstrom.
It doesn't actually say that, and this is the problem.
And Andrew Wolf, who is
let me bring in Kasim Rashid. Welcome to Uncensored. If you'd like to say what you want to say.
Yeah, I co-sign everything Omar said there. And I think fundamentally this is where we are as a country, where rather than talking about real serious issues, we have these firebrands. I think she ran in Missouri, got 7%, moved to Texas to try to lose there as well. Look, the reality is that, we need to look at the facts here. And the facts tell us that immigration is a net positive in every single way to this country. The facts tell us a Northwestern University study of the last 150 years found that at no point in American history have immigrants had a higher crime rate than born U.S. citizens. We're talking about Somalia, and we're talking about Minnesota. Well, Minnesota is the 4th best state in the country to start a business and to live and to work. It's the 15th safest state in the country as well. And so, the difference here is that we want the constitutional principles of due process of law to apply. And this idea that we're a Christian nation is contradicted by the founders of this country itself. We are actually a secular democratic republic where people can believe or not believe as they wish without oppression. And I think it's critically important that whatever our political differences, we stand united on this basic principle that human dignity, human rights, religious freedom must be protected, even for those with whom I disagree, because at the end of the day, that's what the First Amendment requires. That's what the Constitution requires. If we lose that principle, then we deteriorate into fascism and anarchy, and I don't think anybody wants that.
Rob O'Neill, what do you feel?
So, guys, honestly, for me, I've been seeing Valentina Gomez pop up on my Twitter feed a lot. And honestly, I personally just believe that she is the worst in humanity. I genuinely do believe that to be the case. This is someone who isn't really serious about improving people's lives, running for office to be able to add value. This is someone who is simply just an entertainer on social media. That is honestly who it is that she is. Now, like I said, this isn't someone who's trying to come into office to make change, to appeal to people, to add value to people's lives. All she does is really focus on social media on viral stunts. She does things like book burning of the Quran, execution style skits. I was going to show you guys a clip of one of the videos that she went viral with, but it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting where someone's sitting in a chair. It's not a real person. It's like a doll. And she shoots the person in the head and basically says that an immigrant, that's the only way that you can deal with immigrants and immigration, is what she tried to insinuate in that video. But this is all it is that she does. And what she does is this: she goes as far as she can to the right and having extreme positions, like I said, such as public executions of undocumented migrants. And she does this to try and appeal to the right and the far right. And funnily enough, Donald Trump came out yesterday and endorsed somebody who it is that she's going to be running against. She was also found to be begging AIPAC for money for them to be able to help with their campaigns. And understand, like you heard the last speaker in this clip, she's ran for office before, multiple times, and lost. And the reason as to why she keeps losing is through a number of things. Number one, she consistently says openly homophobic rhetoric. Don't be weak and gay is one of the things that she says. Burning books that are LGBTQ plus related. Islamophobic stunts, just like you guys saw in this clip and in this video today. Disrupting Muslim events, Quran burning, saying things like Islam has no place in Texas. This is an individual who will be running for office, should be having to be representing people, her constituents. So it only makes sense that she keeps on consistently losing. Overall, her persona is more of an online troll than a public servant, somebody who wants to add value and serve their constituency. She's high on outrage. She's low on governing. She literally has no experience. She's not interested in coalition building or seriously trying to help when it comes from a legislative standpoint as well. All she's about is the performative antics on social media. And that is the reason why Valentina Gomez consistently keeps on losing. She's an embarrassment. She should be ashamed of herself. There's going to be more clips that I'm going to bring you guys from this actual interview with Piers Morgan as well. Guys, let me know your guys' thoughts in the clip down in the comment section below. While you guys are down there, do me a massive favor, hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up purely for the YouTube algorithm. We're not far away from 80,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for your help and your support to get us to where we are thus far. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Cheers, guys.